Hi guys, we are back with another one. I have to hold my camera. I have to hold my camera because I don't have a place to set it correctly. But we are here in Barnes and Noble. Trying to fix the settings here. So decided to come out to Barnes and Noble today to get out of the house. Quite literally. It's been cold, freezing in New York, but when it's cold I don't like to normally go out. However, I just feel like being cooped up on a weekend consecutively every weekend, just being home kind of gets to you know. So I was like, let me gather myself, let me gather my children, and let's go out to Barnes and Noble. So it is February. In the month of February, I always like to purchase a romance novel and read one, at least one. So that's what I'm here to get, because the romance novels that I have at home, I've read them already. So I'm really itching for love. Like, if I can't have love in my real life, let me have love in some fictional novels. So that's what we're doing, and it's always fun to bring the kiddos. There's toys there, you guys know, in Barnes, but I don't like to promote that. I like to promote the books. So I'm gonna see if they can each grab their own Valentine's Day kind of book. So that's pretty much where we're at. This is my first time at this particular Barnes, and it's so nice. Like, I'm gonna actually video the building, but this like little plaza right here, it's right by me, and I didn't even know it existed. Like, this is the thing I'm telling you, like, okay, this lighting is terrible, but I do not go out like that. But that's why it's good to branch out and go around places, because literally, like, this Barnes and Noble is so beautiful. So I'm really excited to see what it looks like inside. So let's head in. What a journey. I'm helping you. What a journey. So I went on that trip intentionally because yesterday,
will you take out the pieces?
I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but this is the reality of it, right? So
I'll help you.
Went on that trip intentionally because I feel like a lot of times I stop myself from doing things that I want to do because of my kids. Like, if I don't have childcare, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. So I really did want to go to a bookstore, and I really did want to get my romance novel. So I was like, we're gonna make a trip out of this, okay? They actually got some little Lego sets. That's what they're doing now from Barnes and Noble, which super clutch, like $5 each, and I had a $5 reward, so basically I got one for free.
Oh my god.
I am gonna help you in a second.
Mommy, I can't find the head.
Well, maybe it's in the car. That's why I told you to not play with it in the car, because there's a lot of...
I was not playing with it. I was trying to play with it.
So I'm gonna put away my groceries. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna read the little, or let you guys know what I did end up getting, even though I think I kind of said what I'm getting from Barnes. But still gonna do a little mini haul of that. So I'm just going to put my groceries away, help the minions build their little miniature Lego sets, and that's basically what my afternoon is going to look like. Then I'm gonna do a lot of reading for sure. But I'm going to update you guys on what that book is that what are the books I'm currently reading, my book that I want to read, and all that jazz.
Mommy.
So I'm going to hurry up,
Mommy.
and do this,
Mommy.
and be a mom.
Mommy, I just got some characters for the house. Oh.
So this is all the directions.
Wow. What is this?
I'm trying to build these Lego sets. So I can't build anything. Actually, yet. I don't like to say that I can't do anything.
We got C.
Okay, so we have this piece. How to do this.
Do it.
I'm getting frustrated.
Mommy, do it as a team. We can do it as a team. Mommy, can you pick this chest up? This Lego bowl.
We are settled in. What a beautiful place to be settled. Okay, so I have the goods. Well, it's one good. It's one good. It's one goodie in here. So I ended up getting the If You Stayed by Brittainy Cherry. I am actually really excited. I follow this content creator. She just does book videos. Her name is Shaughnessy, and she's always raving about what's it called? She's always raving about Brittainy Cherry and how amazing her writing is and everything. So I definitely want to give it a shot. I was so sad about this. Wait, can you see? It was a little bent up, beat up, but it was their only copy. So I was like, I'm getting it, whatever. So it says, there once was a man who loved me until he forgot every memory we've ever shared. That's tough. That's tough. Gabriel Sinclair will forever be my first best friend, my first kiss, my first love, and my first heartbreak. The accident that nearly took his life ripped the memory of me from his grasp. And for the last few decades, I've let the guilt of that one terrible night keep us apart. Like, I'm already invested. Like, what happened? Tell me what happened that night. I want to know. It took me years to make peace with the fact that he would no longer be in my life. So when he shows up as the architect for my new home, my world's tossed upside down. Now I'm trapped in a loveless marriage, raising a child while Gabriel stirs up feelings I thought were long buried. That's spicy. What? It feels like my soul is waking up after years of being in a deep slumber, and my controlling husband will do whatever it takes to keep us apart. I know I should push Gabriel away to protect him from the shadows surrounding me, yet I can't deny the hope that blooms whenever he's near. The chance that he might remember me, that we could reclaim the chapters of our story that we've lost. Nothing good could come from us, but I can't help but wonder what would happen if this time he stayed. I wonder the same thing. I'm invested. So how cute are these sprayed edges too? Like, can we talk about it? Mad cute. This is my first book with sprayed edges, actually. Very subtle, very, but it sounds mixy. It sounds messy. It sounds like I want to know, like I want to read it. you know. I love a complicated romance, not in my real life, in the books. But I love a complicated romance, you know what I mean? And this is marketed as a second chance. However, he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember her, and he doesn't remember the memories. So in a sense, it's kind of like getting to know each other. But I don't know the way she's going to spin the plot in the book. So I'm very interested to see how she executes that whole idea and everything. Something that instantly pops up to my head is like 50 First Dates, even though it's different. But like that idea of we were once a thing, we loved each other, but now I don't know who you are, like that idea. So I'm very curious to know how she's going to just like go about the story. So this is 384 pages. My thing was, when I see a romance, I feel like romances shouldn't be over like 200 pages, or over like 250, 280, because then after that I feel like we're dragging it, to be honest. But again, the synopsis is hitting for me, so let's see. And actually, like, the print of this book, it's like the font is pretty big, so that could also be why. But she a little thicky, so yeah. So now that's the only thing I got from Barnes and Noble. Well, I got that, and then I got my kids' little Lego sets that I couldn't figure out. But I got that. So I'm also going to share 3 other books that I had purchased on a separate event. On a second time that I went out. So actually, I'm lying. I'm going to share 3 books that I had purchased on 2 other separate occasions. So Crying in the Bathroom by Erika L. Sanchez. So this book, as you can see, I already started reading it. It's tabbed up. It's actually, I'm at the end of it pretty much. I just need 2 more chapters and I'll be done. So this is a memoir, and this book I'm actually reading it with my friend, and we're going to talk about it on our channel, which is the Seriously Girl Talk channel. So I'm really excited to, you know, ping pong ideas and have like a mini book club. Like, it's something we're starting to pick a book together once a month and read it, and that just makes my heart so happy, to be honest. I think that's fire. So this is what I'm reading with her. I'm not gonna say much on it because, you know, I'm not even gonna read the synopsis because I do that in the other channel. And on a separate occasion with this same friend, we went to a Barnes and Noble that was actually shutting down, and all the books were like 50% off. But we met up during our lunch breaks, so we had like 20 minutes to shop. So I'm surprised I even found these books. So the first one that I got is The Happy Couple by Dolan. Ooh, sorry if that's wrong. And the only reason why I grabbed this so quick is because I had seen it before. I feel like it was surfacing as being this popular novel, so when I recognized the cover, I was like, 50% off? Yes, give it to me, thank you very much. So this one says, meet Celine and Luke. For all intents and purposes, the happy couple. But Celine's more interested in playing the piano, and Luke's a serial cheater. As their big day approaches, the complicated lives of the wedding party begin to unravel. A fed up bridesmaid, a lovesick best man, assorted guests, and requits. Oh my god, I can't read. I don't know what that word says. Family members all find themselves searching for their own happily ever afters. In her weary, sprightly, and unmistakable voice, Nios Dolan, I hope I'm saying her first name right, makes the marriage plot entirely her own in this sparkling ensemble novel. I can't read. Like, what's happening? That is both furiously clever and supremely enjoyable. So yeah, this is also giving drama, and I love to read about drama. I'm not gonna lie, like that keeps me going. It keeps me going because, you know, we want to thicken the plot. So this book has 258. You see, that's what I was telling you. Like, this is not a romance. I don't remember where I grabbed it from. Is this a romance novel? Hold on. Let's go to Goodreads together and figure this out. Why did it sign me out of Goodreads? Disrespectful? Much? The Happy Couple by... What is the genre of this novel? Oh, okay. So it is literary fiction. It's lit fic, which I love me some good lit fic. So I was gonna say I don't think it's romance because it sounds messy. It almost sounds like it'll end messy. It doesn't even sound like it'll have a happy ever after. That's not what I was getting from the synopsis. So lit fic. So we have that. And I also purchased Who Are You Following? A Guided Journal by Sadie Huff. So this has been something that I've been reading at night to just reflect, you know, I was gonna say a lot of our lives, but I guess I'm gonna just speak specifically for myself. Like, a lot of my life, obviously consumption of social media, I think that's inevitable for a lot of us at this point because our world is so involved in just media. So I just really loved the concept of this, of who are you following? And then it says following Jesus in a social media obsessed world. So it says, what happens when you follow Jesus first? With grace and vulnerability, best-selling author Sadie Robertson Huff shares her insights and experiences as she wrestles with the complexities of modern life and social media. Hear how she has learned how to go from being liked to being truly loved, what it means to be seen versus being known, how to stop comparing ourselves to others, and what to do when you're wondering, does God still love me? This interactive journal is a companion to Who Are You Following and will help you discover for yourself when you might need a social media reset, and that when you follow Jesus first, you'll find the love, value, and purpose you've been looking for. So I actually love that. I actually want to get deeper, like, in my faith, like, but to be honest, reading the Bible on my own, I struggle with that. That's something that I should really pray about and stuff, but I struggle with it. If it's not with someone in a Bible study setting, then I can get very lost, very distracted. So I like the fact that this I also have started reading. It's like Tab, but I like how this forces you to reflect, you know, and it is grounded in scripture because she cites, based off everything that she says, she then brings it back to scripture. So in a sense, this is my own type of reflecting and the time that I spend with the Lord through this book. But this book, I want to do a whole separate video on it because I think it's a goodie. She's a goodie. So that's what I plan to do in the upcoming time. When I finish it, I'm on chapter 4. It's not a long book at all. Like, there's 9 chapters and I'm on chapter 4, so it's still in the beginning process, but it's not a long book, which is nice. So this is what I have. This is my little stack, my little book stack, and I hope to actually get through these in February. So maybe I'll do a February wrap-up if you're interested in these 4 babies that I have. This definitely has to be read in February because hello, it's my Valentine's Day romance read. This is about to be done. This is gonna be done soon because it's only 9 chapters. And then I would have to start this. I haven't started it or anything, but yeah. So that is that. I'm actually so happy that, I mean, I have really cruddy days, if I'm being honest. Like, there's some days that they're not the most joyful days, if I'm being honest, but I'm glad that I'm finding kind of like myself again, if that makes sense, and really focusing on things that I love to do. Like, I love to read, so I'm happy that I'm trying to like figure that out, finding times to do that, trying to find joy and happiness in doing things alongside my children, like getting out of that mindset that's like, oh, this was something that I like, going to the bookstore, right? This is something that I used to do for myself, for me to have alone time, right, and just peruse. But it's like now I'm kind of shifting my mindset and being like more wanting to invite my children into these experiences and include them and just make it something that we can do together. And right now it is tough, not gonna lie, because they're little, like when we were in Barnes and Noble, they had a little crash out. They had a mini crash out because I was like, we're just gonna get books. So like they were to choose 1 book each. And then we went to the family game section that I didn't even remember that they had. So I was like, okay, instead of getting a book each, let's get a game that we can all play as a family. And I figured we could do that when we got home. It would like kill time too and like help us bond, right? But then it became a thing where like, they wanted, I have a boy and a girl, so they wanted 2 different games. And it's like, I wasn't about to pay. Like, some of those games were like $45. I was like, I'm not about to pay for this Hello Kitty Monopoly and your Mario Tower. And first of all, you guys can't even play Monopoly because you're 3 and 6. So it's like, we had to find an age appropriate game. So they didn't get the concept of like, we're gonna play this together, so it's 1 game. It had to be like, she leaves with something and he leaves with something. So naturally, I told them both no. Instant crash out. Instant crash out. But we were able to regroup. I explained to them, we will do this next time because now is not the time. And we went back. We went to the line, and then they were like mini Lego figures. So then my daughter gravitated to one, and I was like, that's a nice one. Like, we could build the Lego figures. I hate building, but like, we can try. So they each got a Lego figure, and then everything was beautiful after that. Even myself, I let things go. Like, I had the Brittainy Cherry book in my hand, and I also had the book Attachment in my hand because I want to buy that book so bad. Like, I want to buy it, annotate it, reflect everything on that book because I want to understand my attachment style. I want to understand, do the whole self-reflection, like those personal growth types of books, self-help books. Like, I value them. So anyways, the point is that I had the Brittainy Cherry and the attachment book, and I said, you know what, I'm also gonna let something go, and I will let go of my attachment book and get that another day, because realistically I already have these 4 on my February TBR, so I'm not gonna read attachments in February. I'm just not. I just know I'm not. So I was like, I'll leave that for like March or some other time. So I also let something go, and it was fine. And I was like, you know what, Destiny, like, things like that are gonna happen, and it's okay. And you know what, it was okay. Then we went online to Starbucks. I got my coffee, they got cake pops, and everyone was happy. Everyone was happy. So just understanding that, yes, crash out's gonna happen. However, it shouldn't be a deterrent for me to experience things and go out if I have to bring them along. Like, that should not be the thought process. So yeah, that's that. So that's what I'm on now for 2026, like just experiencing things, and then like with my kids, because they're my kids and I have to, you know, and it's nice too that they have experiences. So I'm chatting for real, but that's pretty much it. That's all. I'm going to end this vlog situation here. I'm super duper looking forward to the next video where I'm talking about these books. Like, I'm so excited. If you watch this all the way through, you're a real one, and let me know what you're reading. If you're a mom or if you're a parent, you know, like, do you also experience these feelings that I mentioned, like of maybe not going somewhere or choosing to opt out of doing something because you may have to take the kids along and you know that it could be a lot? Like what's your experience with that? And I asked that just to know different perspectives on it, and also because I'm learning, right? Like, put me on to mindsets, put me on to like what you do with your kids, like, you know, all of that stuff. So yes, super grateful to be here, to have made this video, and grateful for you to have joined me today in a day in the life, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Of my ambition and success. My relationship with Marcus was so different than anything. Petrov diagnosed me as bipolar 2. The nurse returned to the examination rooms, and colleagues described it as the Oscars of the literary world. And that turned out to be an accurate description. I had never been to such an elegant